Hello boys, good morning. Hope you are very well. In my last class, you came to know about the broad questions discussions from the poem The Poetry of Art. All the broad questions from the first stanza were discussed by me in my last class. Today, from the poem The Poetry of Art, another important or very vital question I am discussing, that is appearing from the very first line of the second stanza of the poem. Follow the second stanza, first line. The poetry of art is ceasing never. The poetry of art is ceasing never. First question you will get, what do you mean by the poetry of art? What do you mean by the poetry of art? You have already come to know this answer. The poetry of art means the music in nature or the song of art. Clear? Why does the poet say the poetry of art is ceasing never? Explanation will go in this way. In the first season of winter, in the solitary evening, when nature is almost silent, especially in absence of the calling birds, the chief songsters of nature mother. At the very moment, a great musical void, void means emptiness, is created on nature's breast. At the same moment, the tiny insect, cricket, appears on nature's breast with its thrilling voice to carry on nature's music or the song of the earth. Hiding itself into the grassy hills, the tiny cricket sings very joyfully. In the lone winter evening, especially from the place, from the spot beside the stove or fireplace or log fire. Stove means here fireplace or log fire. So from the spot beside the stove or log fire or fireplace, it thrills or it sings with great pleasure. In warmth, warmth, in warmth of the stove. Thus, the cricket warms the winter frost with its sweet music. Thus, the cricket becomes the soul or unique, unique, winter poet of nature. So the poet justly claims that the poetry of art is ceasing never. It is ever continuous, as it does not stop even in a frosty, solitary or lonely winter evening also. Clear? Answer complete. So once again I am repeating. The poetry of art means the song of nature or music in nature. The poet says or claims the poetry of art or the song of nature or the song of art to be an immortal song or continuous musical flow. As even in winter season, in the frosty cold evening, in absence of all the calling birds, nature gets musical. The tiny cricket appears on nature's breast to carry on, to continue, to keep on nature's musical flow. Hiding itself into the grassy hills, it thrills or sings very joyfully, especially from the spot around the or beside the fireplace, in warmth of the log fire or in warmth of the fireplace, it sings more energetically. Thus, even an intolerable cold evening in the season of winter gets musical. So really, the poet has perfectly announced that the poetry of art is ceasing never, because it is a continuous musical flow. Clear? One more question you will get, council prescribed. The fifth line of the second stanza you follow. The fifth line of the second stanza. And seems to one, dot dot, double quotation close, dash. I am repeating. You will follow the fifth line of the second stanza. And seems to one, dot dot, double quotation close, dash. Question you will get in this way. Where is the line taken from? Who is one here? What does one seem, SWM, and why? I am repeating. And seems to one, dot dot, double quotation close, dash. Where is the line taken from? Who is one here? One single inverted comma. What does one seem? And why? Okay? Answer will go in this way. You listen to me. The quoted line is taken or collected from the poem The Poetry of Art by John Keats. 1 mark complete. The quoted line is taken or collected from the poem The Poetry of Art by John Keats. 1 mark complete. Second part of the question. Who is one? Here, one single inverted comma is, or one here one refers to. Here one is or here one refers to. The man who is drowsy, drowsy, in the lone winter evening or frosty winter evening. I am repeating. Here one refers to a drowsy man or a man who is drowsy in the lone winter evening. One mark complete. Clear? Next, what does one seem? Answer. A drowsy one or a drowsy man in the frosty winter evening or in the lone winter evening seems that the grasshopper is singing with its beautiful voice in the grassy hills. Clear? I am repeating. A drowsy man or a drowsy one seems that the grasshopper is singing or the grasshopper has appeared with its beautiful chirping voice in the lone winter evening in the grassy hills. Clear? One mark complete. Next 3 marks. Last portion of the question. Why? Explanation of why. Why does one seem so? Answer will go in this way. In the frosty winter evening, in absence of all the calling birds, when a great musical void is created in nature, the tiny insect, cricket, appears on nature's breast with its beautiful swelling voice, hiding itself into the bushes and grasses. It sings very joyfully and very energetically. From the spot around the fireplace, in warmth of the log fire or in warmth of the fireplace, it sings more energetically and more joyfully. Thus the tiny cricket feels nature, FILLS, feels nature with beautiful music. Okay. And the tiny cricket sings so joyfully, so energetically, so beautifully that a drowsy man in subconscious mind or in half conscious mind or in half asleep mood or in half asleep state, STAT, assumes that or thinks that or seems that, ASSUMES, assumes that or thinks that or seems that the grasshopper has appeared in the grassy hills with its beautiful chirping voice. Actually, the warmth of the cricket song reminds him the beautiful season of summer with the touch of sweet song of the grasshopper. So imagination leads one. So imagination leads a drowsy one. Think, 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 or feel, 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 or drink, DRINK, the sweet voice of the cricket to be the voice of the grasshopper. Okay? But actually, in the grassy hills, in the winter evening, the cricket sings joyfully. The cricket becomes the sole winter poet. But mistakenly, in half-conscious mind, in subconscious mind, or in half-asleep state, STAT, a drowsy one, imagines or thinks or assumes that the grasshopper has appeared on nature's breast with its beautiful chirping voice. Actually, the warmth of the cricket song leads one, LEADS, leads one in the winter evening. Imagine or feel, FWL, feel or drink or enjoy the sweetness of the cricket song to be the song of the grasshopper. Answer complete. Clear? Hopefully you have understood all the special broad questions from the poem The Poetry of Earth have been discussed by me, have been explained by me. Hopefully you have understood, you have put down or taken down or written down on your exercise books. Any problem you will ask me without any hesitation. In my next class, one more vital question will be discussed from this poem. That is the explanation of title significance. Explanation of title significance. In my next class, it will be given. Explain the significance of title of the poem The Poetry of Earth. Okay? Today up to here. Goodbye.